again. Welcome to today's attempt at the loop. This is a game where you have to put the pictures in the sequence. In fact, it will make more sense if I click on it, won't it? You have to put these pictures in this loop such that each picture is connected in some way with the pictures on the left or right. So connections could be they look the same, they're both food, the name is the same, the usage is the same. It's pretty vague, really. That is a robin. Raspberry or cherry cheesecake. That's a cow. That's a cowbell. Okay, so those two are clearly going to go together. Again, I don't know for sure that they're there. I can move them around later. I'm just putting them next to each other so that I keep them together in my brain. That looks like a cherry blossom, which is Japanese. So let's put it up here, because that is clearly sushi. This is the one that they've pre-populated to start us off. They probably are connected because they're both associated with Japan. That's a worm. That's going to go next to the bird, probably. Oh, what's that? An eel? Do we think that that's going to go next to the sushi? Because it's... Well, I was going to say because it's fishy. But sushi doesn't have to be fishy. That's butter. That's a bun or a roll. I don't know what the Americans would call it. That's probably a sub. And that's a bell. Okay, so the bell goes next to the cowbell. What else is it going to go next to? It's some kind of bell at some kind of institution. And probably it's a really famous bell. But probably only if you're American, because I've got no idea what that's doing. Over butter is going to go next to the cow, isn't it? Because they make... You make butter from milk. You can butter a bread roll. That's bread. I mean, I'm not at all confident about some of these, but you can see we've got 5 lives, so we can put some guesses in and then check later. Let's put that... Well, do we want to put this there because a bird could be in a tree? Or do we want to put this here because you might get a cherry orchard on a farm or whatever this is? There's trees in the background. I think probably let's try the bird. We'll put it next to the worm. We'll put it next to the eel because they're both long, slimy creatures. And I guess we'll put the cheesecake between these two because they're both food? I don't know, but let's find out how close I was. Interesting. Okay, so all of these yellows mean that they are indeed connected, but they're in the wrong place on the circle. So this one is correct, and it's correctly connected to this, which is correctly connected to this, and so on. So these must actually go over here. And these 4 are all connected in a row as well, but they're not in the right place. So let's swap those 4 into the right positions. Now we know that these 4 are in a row. This is definitely not connected to this. I suppose let's swap those round for a start, and then let's swap those. But it is possible that we need to swap these 4 as a whole with these 2. So we might need one more guess after this. Oh, we do need one more guess, okay. So I think we've tried these 2 both ways round, so they have to be here and here. So I think it is going to be the fish. I said that and then forgot about it, didn't I? So then the only question is, which way round do these 2 go? I suppose maybe a cherry orchard, a cherry blossom, and then that's a sub for some reason. Okay, we've solved the puzzle. I'm not quite sure I know fully why, but luckily it does tell us. Eel is sometimes eaten as sushi, fair enough. I did say it was fishy. I should have remembered that. I didn't know that eel is sometimes eaten as sushi, to be fair. I've never had eel, I'm not sure I want to. Eels and worms are long and wriggly. Robins eat worms, yes, we said that. Robins and cherry blossoms are signs of spring, fair enough. That is a cherry cheesecake to go with the cherry blossoms. We worked that out eventually. Cheesecake sounds like cheese steak, and this is a Philly cheesesteak. So firstly, I didn't know it was a Philly cheesesteak, and secondly, that is a very tenuous connection, isn't it? I said at the start they were sometimes a bit tenuous. I said they were a bit broad. This kind of proves it. Cheesesteak and the Liberty Bell are famous Philadelphia things. Okay, so this is the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. I said it was an American thing. I was right about that, at least. Yeah, Liberty Bell and a cowbell, we said that. Cowbell and cow, we said that. Butter is made from cow's milk. Crescent rolls are often made using lots of butter. Okay, that's not quite what I said, but it's close enough. And then this is a roll, and it goes with a sushi roll. Oh, I just called that sushi, didn't I, rather than a sushi roll. That's why I didn't make that connection. Okay, most of that makes sense. Some of it we worked out. All of it we put in the correct position eventually. That is the loop. Let me know how you got on with this one. Thank you for watching and bye for now.